Good day, righteous family, and I hope you all have had a beautiful day underneath the protection of the Almighty Creator. I want to give all praise to only the Almighty, Most High Creator, YAH, Creator of Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. With this video, we're going to see with Scripture how calculating our Sabbath with each new moon breaks Scripture. We're going to see how we are to keep our Sabbath. We're going to see why we can't keep the feast days. And last but not least, we're going to see why we can't offer anything to the Almighty Creator. Calculating the Sabbath with each new moon breaks Scripture. Exodus 35:2. Exodus 35:2. And I read, 6 days shall you perform works, but on the seventh day shall be rest, a holy Sabbath, a rest for the Almighty Creator. Everyone that does work on it, let him die. So be it. Work 6 days and rest on the seventh. Exodus 20:8-10, and I read, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor, and shall perform all your work. But on the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Most High, your Creator. On it you shall do no work. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, your servant, nor your maidservant, your ox, nor your ass, nor any cattle of yours, nor the stranger that sojourns with you. So be it. Work 6 days and rest on the seventh. Leviticus 23:3, and I read, 6 days shall you do works, but on the seventh day is the Sabbath, a rest. Excuse me. A holy convocation to the Most High. Thou shalt not do any work. It is a Sabbath to the Most High in all your dwellings. So be it. Work 6 days and rest on the seventh. Excuse me. Now I'll show you how keeping the Sabbath day by our new moon can't be correct and goes directly against Scripture. Remember, work 6 days and rest on the seventh. No interruption. So today is August 18th. Let's just say today's the Sabbath, and it's on a Thursday. So we'll do Sabbath, Sabbath, skip down to September, Sabbath, Sabbath, but let's say the new moon falls on the 6th. That changes the day of the Sabbath. That breaks Scripture. That breaks work 6, rest on 7. So now let's say you've calculated the Sabbath to Monday. So Monday, 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 Monday. Go to October, Monday, Monday, and let's say the new moon is on the 12th. So now you're going to break this cycle again of work 6 and rest on 7. So we'll say that the Sabbath is now on Wednesday because of the new moon. Sabbath, Sabbath, go to November, Sabbath, Sabbath, another new day or another new moon on a different day. So, keeping this or calculating the Sabbath by the new moon breaks Scripture of work 6 and rest on 7. We see that calculating our Sabbath day by each new moon goes against Scripture. We are to work 6 days and rest on 7. I hope that cleared up the confusion about what I was trying to show you with my last video. Again, I apologize for teaching that the new moon was how we figure out our Sabbaths. If you have scripture showing where the Almighty Creator tells us to calculate our Sabbaths by our new moon, then please leave a comment. If you have scripture where the Almighty Creator tells us to break the cycle of work 6 and rest on 7 for any reason, then please leave a comment. Please don't come at me with let's use common sense or let's leave out the scripture and just talk about it. People say those things right before they go against what the scripture reads. If the Almighty Creator tells us to work 6 and rest on 7, then that's what we're supposed to do. Repetitively, non-stop, with strict obedience. Excuse me. I'll say this. I believe no one knows the true Sabbath day. My queen and I decided on a day that we would keep as our Sabbath day until we go home. There were 2 days that we were definitely not going to do it on. SAT day and SUN day. These are the 2 unholiest days of the heathen week. SAT day is the day they worship their deity, El. SUN day is the day that has the most idolatry worldwide. Every SUN day, you have billions of people worshiping different false idols across many religions. Christianity isn't the only religion that worship and cry out to idols on Sunday. There are many religions that do this. That's why we didn't pick one of those 2 days. Bottom line, calculating the Sabbath by each new moon breaks scripture. Observe our Sabbath or keep it by observing it. Exodus 31:12-17, and I read, And the Almighty Creator spoke to Moses, saying, Do you also charge the children of Israel, saying, Take heed and keep my Sabbaths, for they are a sign with me and among you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the Most High, thy Creator, that sanctifies you. This is the Almighty Creator telling Moses to tell our forefathers to keep the Sabbath. 14. And ye shall keep the Sabbaths, because this is holy to the Most High Creator for you. He that profanes it shall surely be put to death. Everyone who shall do a work on it, that soul shall be destroyed from the midst of his people. This is still Moses and our forefathers, because we can't stone people to death here in captivity. Back then, we all lived by and were the law. This obviously isn't concerning us. 15. 6 days thou shalt do works, but the 7th day is the Sabbath, a holy rest to the Most High Creator. Everyone who shall do a work on the 7th day shall be put to death. Again, this is the Almighty Creator speaking to Moses. This next scripture is the Almighty Creator speaking to us now. And the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbaths to observe them throughout their generations. We observe it because we are in captivity. Excuse me. We also don't know when the true Sabbath day is. That's why we are to observe it. Let's look at the definition of observe. Observe, to conform one's action or practice to watch or be present without participating actively. Observe means to practice, which is the only thing we can do here in captivity. We are scattered throughout all the heathen lands, unclean lands that have our forefathers' blood spilled on them. We're unclean because of the GMO fruits and vegetables we eat. Even if we grow our own fruits and veggies and raise your own meat, you grew it and raised them from unholy soil. You can take a shower. Excuse me, family. Hold on one second. You can take a shower for 40 days and 40 nights. You're still doing it on unclean and unholy land. Where did our forefathers go when they were unclean? Outside of the city. The Almighty YAH hasn't put his name on any land yet. So right now, the whole world is outside of the city. We can only observe, aka practice, the Sabbath. Pick a day as your Sabbath and stick with it until it's time for us to go to the wilderness. The Almighty Creator will sort it out at that time. Let's read scripture about our feast days and offering anything to the Most High Creator in these latter days. This is Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 16 from the Septuagint. Verse 2, and this is the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. 2. And thou shalt sacrifice the Passover to the Most High thy Creator, sheep and oxen, in the place which the Most High thy Creator shall choose to have his name called upon it. This hasn't happened yet. The Most High hasn't named his land, so that means we can't sacrifice the Passover. 5. Thou shalt not have power to sacrifice the Passover in any of the cities which the Most High thy Creator gives thee, but in the place which the Most High thy Creator shall choose to have his name called there, you shall sacrifice the Passover. We have no power living in the cities that we live in now to sacrifice the Passover. The only place is in the place which the Almighty puts his name. The Feast of Weeks. Verse 10. And thou shalt keep the Feast of Weeks to the Most High thy Creator, accordingly as thy hand has power in as many things as the Almighty thy Creator shall give thee. Where? In whatsoever place the Almighty thy Creator shall choose that his name should be called there. He hasn't done that yet. He hasn't put his name on our land yet. So we can't keep the Feast of Weeks. The Feast of Tabernacles. Verse 15. 7 days shalt thou keep a feast to the Most High thy Creator, in the place which the Most High thy Creator shall choose for himself. He hasn't came back yet. He hasn't put his name on the land, so we can't keep this feast. 16. 3 times in the year shall all thy males appear before the Most High thy Creator, in the place which the Most High shall choose. He hasn't chose a place yet, so we can't do this. In the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and in the Feast of Weeks, and in the Feast of Tabernacles, you shall not appear before the Almighty thy Creator empty. Appear where? Where he puts his name on the land. He hasn't done that yet. so we can't keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Weeks, the Feast of Tabernacles. Offerings. Deuteronomy 12. 1. And these are the ordinances and the judgments which ye shall observe to do in the land which the Most High, Creator of your fathers, gives you for an inheritance, all the days which ye live upon the land. The Almighty hasn't put his name on the land yet. Verse 5. But in the place which the Most High thy Creator shall choose in one of your cities to name his name there, which he hasn't done yet, and to be called upon, you shall even seek him out and go there. We haven't done that yet, because he hasn't put his name there for us to know where to go. And ye shall carry there, where he puts his name, your whole burnt offerings, and your sacrifices, and your first fruits, and your vowed offerings, and your free will offerings, and your offerings of thanksgiving, the firstborn of your herds, and of your flocks. The Almighty has not put his name on our land yet, so we cannot offer anything to him. We see we can't offer anything to the Almighty YAH while in captivity, and we can't keep the feast days. Let's look at another key thing needed to be able to offer anything to the Most High Creator. Hosea 3. I'm going to start with 4 and end it with 5. 4 is us now, in these latter days. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an altar, and without a priesthood. We need our priest to offer anything to the Almighty. And without manifestations. This, I believe, is soon to happen. And afterward shall the children of Israel return, and shall seek the Almighty, their Creator, and David, their King. The Christians are waiting for their King, Idolashai. We are waiting for King David. And shall be amazed at the Almighty and at his goodness in the latter days. So be it. I believe we are the generation that is in these latter days. We don't have a priesthood. We have no priest. We need them to give offerings to the Almighty YAH in the land that the Almighty puts his name on. He hasn't done that yet, so we can't keep the feast days or give any type of unclean offering with our unclean hands in these unclean, unholy, heathen lands. May the Almighty, Most High Creator of everything, continue to have mercy on, continue to protect, and continue to provide for you that are seeking righteousness. May he be with you with every thought, word, and every action. May he keep his spirit in you, and when he tests you with an evil spirit, may he still be at your side, holding your hand to everlasting. So be it. All praise to only the Almighty, Most High Creator, YAH, Creator of Abram, Isaac, and Jacob. As always, The Almighty loves you. He woke you up so you can understand His word and abide by it. I love you. Have a beautiful day, family.